Welcome back. Outside Minds podcast. Because you've already seen too much, bro.
They only added it so it could be like a ritual.
They're saying there's these, the end of times, right? There's all these signs.
Do you think we would know? Like, do you think the general public would know this game?
Take a picture for $5. You have a purpose in life, and if you don't fulfill it, you will come back until you fulfill it.
Welcome back to the Outside Minds podcast. I am your host and creator, Stilo Free. This is the other host and creator,
.420.
And we are here today with the low lighting, the red lighting. We are in a state of emergency. We are staying hopeful for the people that are about 30 to 45 minutes north of us, depending on traffic. We're gonna cover the wildfires today. It's going down. It's pretty crazy. I'm going to try not to get angry, but the first thing I wanted to say, I mentioned this on our TikTok, and I think I put it on our Instagram too, is we got to pay attention to how crazy, I'm already cursing, how crazy fast the news cycles are going, man. We've already had 4 or 5 top stories, and we're only 14 days in the new year. You know what I'm saying? We got Louisiana, we got Las Vegas, we got the drones, we got the Los Angeles wildfires, we got the TikTok ban. It's going up right now. What do you think, bro?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you said, we're going into the second week of the new year, and there's just so much stuff happening every day.
I don't feel excited to talk about the fires today. I don't. It's too real.
No, it's unfortunate. It's too close.
There's too many things that line up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the incompetence of Governor Newsom.
Yeah, the handling of the situation and things he could have done prior to this to at least not prevent it, but make it from going as crazy as it did.
You know what? I started thinking, I had like a little conspiracy where I was like, it's getting pretty easy for the Republicans to get mad at the Democrats for what Donald Trump was saying about everything being dry and not being enough water management and all that kind of stuff. But I was like, what if, I mean, we all know Republicans are a part of the deep state, but what if they're just on their way back into the White House and they're like, oh, funny if it should happen. Hopefully it doesn't happen that your state burns on fire like I just talked about 3 months ago, and I'm going to look like the man when I'm walking in the White House. I was thinking about that, bro, but I saw an interview.
What was that?
I saw an interview.
What was that? Which one?
Oh. Okay, you know when you're talking to someone and you know they're lying to you and they know they're lying and they know that you know they're lying to you, but you're still having a conversation?
Yeah.
This is exactly like the video we're going to watch right now. This is why I'm so mad. I might Alex Jones at this show. I might go on a crazy rant. Let's watch it.
All the resources you could hope for or imagine, constant communication. I'd like to extend that to the president-elect. I don't know what he's referring to when he talks about the Delta smelt in reservoirs. The reservoirs are completely full, the state reservoirs here in Southern California. That mis and disinformation, I don't think advantages or aids any of us. Responding to Donald Trump's insults, we would spend another month. I'm very familiar with them. Every elected official that he disagrees with, very familiar with them.
We do know, though, from reporting here locally that one reservoir that serves the Palisades was not full.
Idiot!
That's exactly what triggered my desire to get the investigation.
Idiot!
To understand what was happening with that local reservoir. That was not a state system reservoir, which the president-elect was referring to as it relates to the Delta and somehow connecting the Delta smelt.
It's all connected, you f***ing idiot.
Stop it. I can't.
They're all full except for the one that was right next to the fire. Oh yeah, that's why it triggered an investigation into what? Yourself? It makes no sense, man. It's crazy.
Okay. I don't want to go off the rails. But if he's back in the next election cycle, I've lost faith in California. Why is he still in office? We need to get him out.
Ben saying that he's been talking about this homeless stuff for the past 10 years. He's been talking about all this stuff, and he hasn't fixed a thing, not a thing. And there's all, I don't have that clip pulled up, but the one where the lady runs up on him and is like, my daughter's school is burning, and he's like, I'm on the phone with the president right now, and she says, can you put it on speaker? He goes, oh, well, there's no phone service. I've been trying to call him.
You
and
know
it's
what
like,
though? To play devil's advocate, it was very gotcha journalism. You know? It's very like, what are you gonna do to save me right now? Make sure you got the camera.
Oh no! Oh yeah,
You know?
for sure. But it did expose how
They're
like,
kind of doing it to the right person.
No, for sure.
You know what I
They're
mean?
exposing how he'll lie on the drop of a dime.
Oh, good Lord,
I'm
have
on the
mercy.
phone with the president. That's the craziest lie you could have said in that moment. Like you can't say, what is he saying? You know what I mean? Like that's the craziest lie you could have said. Craziest. And then blame Donald Trump for not coming to California when he warned you about this. And he's not the president. Where's Joe Biden? He's going to cover 100% of these rich people's homes? That's crazy.
What about those fire insurance policies, bro?
Yeah, canceled. I heard there was something about I don't know if they're...
Did they get canceled because the risk of fires was higher?
Yes.
Does that have anything to do with how they were mismanaging the water resources and stuff like that?
Well, yeah, the foraging, you know, the forest, all like the replenishing of the forest and killing the dry
weren't
leaves.
maintaining it anymore
They weren't
'cause the
doing that.
budget got cut?
Yeah, because they stopped the landflow of water to save the smelt, like he's denying right now.
But so the insurance being canceled is a direct cause of that?
Well, what has been happening the last 5 years? There's a fire over there every year, right? So then the insurance company is like, California's a liability.
It's making my skin crawl, bro.
Yeah, but
I'm
they're
super pissed
like I was
right now.
saying, there's something about the insurance companies doing something if you were canceled within the last 90 days. But I'm not too sure if it's like 100% thing. But that's what they were saying. Like if it was canceled within the last 90 days. But I don't know. It's just it's fishy all around, you know?
Well, yeah. I mean, it's negligence. The funny thing about it are people are super, they're super mad at the DEI programs.
Oh, yeah.
And the gay firefighters.
Oh,
so
man.
play the video. Play this video. It's so funny that people are mad about that. And then you get this video right here.
This one?
This one right here.
All right.
Yes, I can hear you. So the family with the poor little girl who was.
Fire happening right now.
Say that again.
Why is there a fire happening right now?
There are multiple fires that are taking place.
Serious?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You're in the news though. You're supposed to know.
Well, I don't know how it started. We don't know how it started. There,
I think
winds.
it's all the gay people in LA.
Unacceptable.
I'm sorry, that was hilarious.
Yeah, but I don't know, bro. Let's talk about the Maui wildfires for a second, because, you know, when we were going through that whole thing, they were talking about how they're possibly going to try to do a 15-minute city there.
Yeah, and what about the railroad system that they're planning to build that coincidentally goes right through that path?
In the Palisades?
Yeah, it goes through the hills straight to like up north and stuff. I
didn't know that. But
yeah, there's a rail system that they're planning to build.
What I was gonna say is that there's a good amount of elite there that live there.
Yep.
So it makes sense that they would try to 15-minute city that part, because it would be an easy place to get people that are compliant. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Like, what do you mean you don't want to help us build a 15-minute city? Do you
Or
want us to uncover your pedophilic videos?
Or the richest of the rich have so many. They have a couple other houses, so they're not even
they're
gonna
just
try
down
to.
with the plan.
They're just gonna go.
Yeah.
Just not even come back. Why come back? That's even what Mel Gibson, like when Joe Rogan was like, are you gonna leave? You know what I mean? He was like, well, I got a house in forgot some other country he mentioned. He's like, it's nice, you know. That's their plan. You know what I mean? Like that's the idea
I like
behind
Mel Gibson, bro, but he's kind of like an Elon Musk to me, where I'm kind of just like, you kind of sound a little too good to be true. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're very...
Yeah. I mean, his movies are like, he's super
Passion of the Christ.
He's super religious. He's
human
like,
trafficking.
I mean, listening to that episode like the other day, it's like, yeah, he's super, super religious, and Joe Rogan's trying to ask him, like, what really, he's digging into him, like, what really makes you think it's real? And it all comes down to faith. Every time, man. It's like,
it's a spiritual battle. They
I
always
get
say.
it. Yeah. But Joe Rogan is real open to that stuff too now, because, he's like, evil and good comes from the Bible. You know what I mean?
Let me ask you this. What percentage between 0 and 100 do you think that these fires were started to burn down the tunnels? And do you think the tunnels are real, first of all?
Well, we know the tunnels are, at least a tunnel was real under Diddy's. I think they exposed that.
Oh, did they really?
Like there with video.
It's so funny how that happened, and then they had the other tunnels. The ones
Yeah. So, I mean, I believe there are tunnels, but I don't know how much of a fire was to cover up, but I will tell you that they would do that to cover up. They will
didn't
burn
that
the
girl
whole
Ali
city.
Carter predict the whole Hollywood fire?
Yeah,
They're gonna try to just burn them down.
Yeah.
And that's crazy, because from what she was saying years ago to now, it sounded so crazy back then. But the fact that it's happening now is just
it's not it's not a coincidence anymore.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? These are patterns. These people aren't like telling the future because they're psychic. It's because they have information that leads to that stuff.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I don't know. I think a lot of them were started. Maybe one wasn't, but maybe the original one was, and then it started some other ones.
Well,
you know what I mean?
Whether it's deliberate or not, which it just seems so much like it is, because you have this suspect that gets seen somewhere trying to light a fire. They call the cops on him. The cops come. They detain the guy. They interview the guy, and they let him go.
Yeah.
For insufficient evidence.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? If you can replace that crime with any other crime, breaking in somewhere. Hey, we got this guy breaking in. Boom, got him. Hold him down. Police, come get him. Do they interview him and let him go for insufficient evidence? What if you see a guy vandalizing a wall, spray painting a wall?
Yep.
And you say, hey, there's a guy spray painting a wall. And you grab that guy, you pin him down, you call the cops, and they come. There's no interviewing him and letting him go.
No.
He goes to jail.
He goes to jail, yeah. There's no one doing none of that extra stuff right here. This is another interesting one.
Wait, play the cop video first.
Yeah.
Good Lord, have mercy.
I was showing you.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Of steps, looking at some additional evidence that was present.
He had a blowtorch.
They made a determination that there was not enough probable cause to arrest this person on arson or suspicion of arson.
That's
and therefore,
crazy.
this person was arrested on a felony probation
Not
violation.
even suspicion of arson.
With a blowtorch.
This investigation is ongoing, however, and I'd like to thank those community members that were involved in this and helping us bring this person to our attention, and so we can have an ongoing investigation.
That's crazy.
The second point I want to talk about.
That's insane, bro.
That's crazy.
That's literally crazy, bro.
Yeah, and like, I mean, what? That's all you need, a torch to be in those areas, and and they just release them like that. That's crazy.
What's the story?
Why did
I'm walking through this area where fires are with the blowtorch?
Yeah. There's
I'm not doing anything suspicious. Can I go?
That's crazy. And he looked crazy too. He didn't look like a regular resident of those areas.
Dude. That's fucking coordinated, bro. There's no way.
Yeah, this story is too wild. There's too many different crazy things going on to make it seem like it was just some regular bullshit. Oh, he was just walking down the street.
That's insane.
Did you see this one?
Oh, I saw that. Good Lord, have mercy. We could watch it if you want.
No, I mean we don't have to, but it is it kind of puts it in a nutshell of what the DEI hiring is.
Let's watch it, man. Let's watch it.
Let's see. This is the fire chief, one of them of Los Angeles.
You want to see somebody that responds to your house, your emergency, whether it's a medical call or a fire call, that looks like you. It gives that person a little bit more ease, knowing that somebody might understand their situation better. Is she strong enough to do this? Or you couldn't carry my husband out of a fire, which my response is, he got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire.
What? Like, really? He got himself in the wrong place if I have to carry him out of a fire? Isn't that
How do you get away with telling the community that?
And you're...
When you serve the community, you're supposed to save people from fires.
I don't care who the firefighter, what the firefighter looks like. Can you get me out of that fucking
I could be
fire?
dead sleep in my 1-bedroom apartment, and the dumb fucking neighbor 3 doors down could leave the stove on and forget about it, bro. And I got myself into it because you can't carry me out.
It was
you got me too fired up. I don't want you got me too
the
fired
crazy
up.
part is this isn't just like an interview. This is an advertisement that they rehearsed, went over, edited, and let out to the public.
I don't know. The rage is too easy. It could just be rage baiting, bro.
But it's real.
That's what I'm saying. Like they could be like, all right, watch. We're gonna do this DEI program with all the firefighters. We're gonna put it out, and then months and months later, when Donald Trump's about to get in, we're gonna light LA on fire, and everyone's gonna be so upset about this.
It's because it ruins their reputation forever.
It's nonlinear warfare, bro.
Sure, but
they don't want us to know whether they're going or coming, bro.
Yeah, but those exact people, those are the people that don't think right. They're the ones that spread, just like the drag queens that read the stories. You know what I mean? Like they're not the ones that are coming up with the ideas. There's one that pushed.
Yeah, they're getting co-opted. Yeah. I'm not saying these people in particular are doing. I think these people are.
Well, yeah, for sure.
Pulled.
But I'm saying that's real.
That's absolutely
real.
Like
that's how she
that
really
was like
thinks.
A commercial.
Like they didn't tell her to say that. That's how she really feels.
That's the thing about a lot of these movements. They get co-opted.
Yeah,
and, a narrative pushed through them. So what do you think about the TikTok ban, bro? You think it's gonna go through?
I'm sure Trump really wants to do that. So if whether they want to sell it or not, it's gonna happen.
Let's see, we're at 19 minutes right now. What do you think about Zuckerberg on Rogan? How was that?
Oh, I think he's just he's trying to redeem himself and it's not working.
Yeah, people are seeing right through his bullshit.
Yeah, and even
been seeing the memes?
Yeah, and even like at the end, Joe Rogan's not talking to him, but he is talking to him because he's talking about mainstream, and he's like, all you did was spill us all these lies and all this stuff, and how am I supposed to trust you now? Blah blah blah. And when it's taken out of context, it's just him saying that, and then it pans to Zuckerberg, and it's like he's really talking to him.
Yeah.
You know, because he's been banned off his platforms and stuff. Yeah. So, but I think it's all still part of the game.
Yeah, I don't know. I think maybe he sees a regime change and he's nervous about it.
Could be. He was talking about they forced me to do this. They forced me to censor this, and he's like, "Who's they?" He's like, "Well, Kamala's team, Biden's team." He's like, "But I never talked directly to them. It was always through someone."
Yeah, the Democrats are. First, it used to be that the Republicans were all about censorship.
Yeah,
and now it's the Democrats, and you got to look into 2012 when Obama did some changes to the Smith-Mundt Act. What that was supposed to do was actually supposed to the Smith-Mundt Act before 2012. You were not supposed to have government-sponsored information going through the media.
Yeah.
And in 2012, that changed. So a lot of people are saying like the narratives are basically sponsored by the government now.
Like, yeah.
Like the sickness and things like that. So I don't trust the Republican Party, but I sure as hell don't trust the Democratic Party.
Oh yeah, I mean both parties are, they're in on the same game.
I got into an argument with a socialist the other day.
What were they saying?
He was saying, I benefit from my government program, and I'm going to get paid this much, and we have housing and this and that. And I was like, bro, like...
communism.
Where do you live, bro? He's from France.
France.
Yeah. But at the end of it, I was just like, bro, like, I'm glad that works for you, bro. We got to agree to disagree. It is what it is. But anyways, what about Mel Gibson on Rogan, bro?
It was a good episode. But like I said, he's really really religious. You know, a lot of things came back to religion, and he's actually doing a new movie which is about Christ, or about the origin, or
is it like Passion of the Christ Part 2?
Maybe
I think it's like a continuation of his Passion of the Christ story, isn't it?
Maybe I got it wrong, but I think it's them first discovering some place, and I forgot exactly, but it falls back into like religion and stuff like that. I mean, It does sound interesting.
Have you seen Passion of the Christ?
Yeah, but
I've never seen that movie.
I watched half of it and was over it.
You were younger when you watched it when it came out.
Yeah, I watched it when it came out and stuff, and obviously I'm not religious, no organized religion, so it wasn't my forte. What do you think about Karen Bass just being silent after asking?
Bro, I'm already fired up, bro. I don't want to watch any of that stuff right now.
I'll try to find the.
Do you think California's gonna go Republican?
I mean, most of us voted Republican. It's not as democratic as people think. I mean, yeah, the policies are right, but I think the majority of the people now are, they're more Republican. Yeah, they're more for that side.
I know a lot of people that flip Democrat from Democrat to Republican.
So this was a funny clip.
Let's watch it.
Yeah, let's see.
You have to actually be interested in what you're talking about. That's another thing that they are at a huge disadvantage of in mainstream media. Is like they're just doing that because that's their job. They probably don't even know a lot about climate change. They probably don't really understand too much about what SpaceX is trying to accomplish, but they're just reporting on it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of the people I've met there, I think, are good people.
I'm sure
it's just a tough format.
It's a terrible format. Yeah, and the problem is they get locked into that format and no one trusts them. And then they leave and they go, yeah, but you were just lying to us about this, that, and the other thing. And now I'm supposed to believe you're one of the good guys. You're one of the straight shooters now.
Yeah.
His face.
That was great.
So, ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. I got a little bit heated today. I'm praying for everybody in the fires.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you get a chance, a lot of the donation centers that I was looking at online, they're not accepting used clothes anymore. They need more like hygiene stuff. They need like baby wipes.
On a side quick note, did you see they were turning people away from bringing supplies up towards the Pasadena area because they had enough?
It could just be everyone's bringing clothes.
The cops are turning them away, like everyone. But that's just another little thing. Anyways.
But also, too, we live in a bigger area than, like, Maui. You know what I mean? So, where the fires are versus, like, how many people are probably donating, like, they probably are overwhelmed at that station in particular. But I don't know. Who knows? It's been crazy. Stay safe, everybody. Outside Minds podcast. We are actually going to do a swap cast next week, I think, with Sunday Secret Society podcast, I think they're called. I hope I didn't screw that up.
That'll be a good one.
Shout out to those guys. We're going to talk about some interesting topics. Thank you guys for tuning in. Stilo Free and
Top for 20.
We out.
Peace.